We are joined today on the LDS Storymakers website by Melanie Jacobson, who is the brand new author of The List. Your book was published by Covenant, and I understand that you have 37 more in the hopper that they're going to be publishing within the next 6 months. Is this correct?
Or else 3.
Or else 3.
Right. So half of that number was correct.
The 3
The 3 part was
okay.
correct.
Because 3 isn't half of 37, I'm sorry to say. That would be more like 16 and a half. We have a girl who has decided that she doesn't want to get married yet. She has a list of things she wants to accomplish first. Your book is a romance, but it also has a lot of surfing in it.
Yes.
How do you equate romance with surfing? Are there waves in romance?
You know, there's a conversation that the characters have in the book where the main girl character is trying to goad the main guy character, who's the surfer, into comparing, love to the ocean. And he's like, you can't win when you try to make that metaphor. You just can't win. But that's because there's so many ways to make that analogy work that someone can always disagree with your version of the analogy. If pinned down, yes, love has its ebbs and flows.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Now tell me about the book that you have coming out the very next. When will it be out? What is it called? And does it have octopus in it?
No, nor does it have octopi, which is more correct.
It all depends on how many you're talking about.
Which is correcter. More correct?
Which is more correct than that?
Well,
yes.
it doesn't have it in either form, I guess is the correct answer.
I'm disappointed.
The next book comes out in October, and it's called, well, actually, they haven't told me what they're changing the title to, but it was tentatively titled 52 Thank Yous. And it's about a girl who, on the day of her 23rd birthday, has a really awful, awful birthday, and is just in a huge rut in her life, and is living at home, sharing a room with her 7-year-old sister, doesn't have the job she wants. She broke up with her fiance a week before the wedding. Everything's terrible. And she has a meltdown. And as a result, her dad challenges her to start to recognize what really is good in her life. And he's a marriage and family therapist. And he says, as a therapy that he does for some of his clients, he wants her to write a thank you note every single week. And to start trying to live the life that she wants to have. So at first, her thank you notes are very sarcastic, like, thanks a lot to her sister, because you're a big jerk, these kinds of things. But they eventually become more sincere as she begins to realize, wow, I do kind of have some blessings in my life. But she decides she wants to become a journalist, and there's this whole big, awful interview that's a disaster that she goes through, and crazy hijinks. And she ends up doing a column for an online magazine where she has to go on an internet blind date every single week and then write about it. And so there are lots of disasters and mishaps, and it's wacky, hilarity ensues. So
I love it when things ensue. I do need to
always
point out to
hilarity,
you.
yeah.
I do need to point out to you that you have told me a falsehood.
What? What's the...
You said there was nothing about octopus or octopi in your new book, and yet you said it was tentatively titled. What do octopus have but tentacles?
Tentacles.
Melanie
I'm sorry
Jacobson,
I lied. I'm sorry I lied.
author of The List, compulsive liar. You can find her book at bookstores everywhere.
Barbara Walters. I said I wasn't getting credit.
I just have that effect on people.